going on YouTube and the Three Hammers family? This is Stanley from Three Hammers Reviews and Gaming. As you can see from the title, we're going to be going over or doing my review of Wonder Woman. I'm not a huge fan of Wonder Woman, but I was like, I wanted to go see this movie anyways and see if it was going to change the course of the DC movies. Because I'm a huge Green Lantern fan, and to see that the DC movie universe is starting to pick up and possibly get into seeing the Green Lantern being played the right way. Still love Ryan Reynolds, but whatever. This is about Wonder Woman. But everyone's wondering, is it going to be the change that the DC universe needs for their movies? And I have to say that yes. The garbage that was Batman versus Superman, it has been redeemed by this movie. And that's saying a lot. Because now the Trinity is complete. We have Wonder Woman, we have Batman, and we have Superman. We have all three of them now. So the thing about Wonder Woman is she is the woman figure for DC Comics. This is someone that a lot of women have grown up and been really looking up to Wonder Woman. Because she is like the big, prominent female character in any comic book universe. Especially around the time when she was created back in 1941. When, Batman and Superman, and I know it's Marvel, and I'm wearing a shirt from Marvel doing this review, and Captain America was big at that time too. So, having Wonder Woman come out as the first female superhero was just fantastic for women, especially during the time when they didn't have much say, they didn't really do anything. It was great to see a woman having power, So, the origin in 1941 for Wonder Woman is that she's created from clay, given life by Aphrodite, and then Steve Trevor crash lands near the island, and Diane saves him, and nurses him back to health. Okay. And then she goes and fights in the war, in World War One and all that. So this is pretty much the origin of the movie. They stick with the 1941 origin, which I thought was a great idea. But in the modern era, she is the daughter of, God, I can't remember her name, the queen of Themyscira and Zeus. So that's why she's like in a way 10 times stronger than she is than she was back in the day. Now she has some superhuman strength. The equipment she uses is her bracelets of like, I guess, power, strength. The tiara is one of her weapons. The lasso of truth, and sword and shield. But she does not fly in this movie. She does in the modern era, but she does not fly in this movie, which I think is a good thing. I mean, as things change, the powers change for all heroes. So, Steve Trevor lands. She, saves him and everything, and then the Germans, they show up because the island is shrouded by a shield that keeps all people from seeing it and all people from finding the place. And they've been living like this for centuries. No one knew about this island. That's one of those things like, oh, none of this ever existed. So, the Germans, they're after Steve Trevor here, played by Chris Pine, and they get on the island, and then this awesome battle scene happens. Okay, this movie has some really good fighting scenes, and it's fantastic. I saw it in IMAX 3D. Now, you don't have to see an IMAX 3D. I just thought, this movie is made around the time when 3D stuff is really being done. This movie, don't go see it in IMAX 3D unless you really want to. There's not that many scenes where you're like, oh man, that's so cool. The fighting scenes, yes. The arrows going at your face, swords, whatever, shield. It's cool. It's great at first. But it really doesn't give any more depth to the movie itself. But the fighting scenes, the ones that they do have, are just amazing. I honestly felt like I had so many feels during this movie. Like you ever watched a movie and your heart was racing a little bit because you were so into it. There's a specific part in this movie where this happens to me. But so the visuals in this movie are are fantastic. So after this, this little fight scene, whatever, the whole thing happens. I'm not gonna spoil anything about the story. I'm trying not to. Okay, I apologize if I do. Try my best not to really talk about the plot that much. But just like in the origin, she needs to leave the island to go stop this war because the whole thing is who is the god that causes all this? Because that's what Wonder Woman's supposed to do. She's supposed to stop Ares. So the whole movie is based around Ares. Like, oh, let's go kill Ares. So that is the whole point of the whole movie. Go find Ares, kill him. That's it. That's really what the whole movie's about. Let's go fight this war to stop Ares and stop everything bad that's happening. So in the origin, she's supposed to go and do to the Coliseum or whatever, win, and then get all this equipment that she's supposed to have to go fight, to go off into the war and fight with Steve Trevor. That doesn't happen, but I'm not going to tell you what does happen because this is a review, not a spoiler discussion. So she leaves the island. She goes with him. It's really funny to see her interacting with see Gal. What's her name? Gal Gadot. 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 I've heard many people say it a different way. I believe it's Gal Gadot. I could be wrong. I think that's right. And if it is wrong, you tell me in the comments. But seeing her character interact with Chris Pine's character is just awesome. Someone who's never seen a man before, because there's actually a bath scene. It's pretty funny. And pretty much their entire interactions, all pretty much through the whole movie up until when you're getting close to the end and when all the fighting is happening, is hilarious. It's great. I've never really laughed during any of the movies, especially superhero movies. Besides Marvel, Marvel always does comedy and all that. But the humor is what Batman versus Superman missed, and Wonder Woman did that. They had humor, and that really helped the movie. Not to mention all the fighting. The fighting was the biggest point, but humor was great. So having her going from this beautiful island, and let me talk about that. The scenery on the island is amazing. The colors, it just looks beautiful. But then when you switch over to London during the First World War, it's just a complete change. The scenery is completely different, and it pulls you into the movie like, man, this place looks disgusting. That other place, that was paradise. So now you're in London during where all the war stuff and everything is going on, and it's just you got all the smog and all that nasty stuff from like coal burning everything. It looks disgusting compared to the paradise that you were on in the beginning. This place is disgusting. So the interactions that she has there, being off the island, seeing children for the first time, and all that, it was new to her. And Gal Gadot, she played the part well. Seeing these new things, and seeing her interact with like people's clothes compared to what she was wearing, because she's wearing the armor that she's supposed to be wearing, that everybody knows, the iconic Wonder Woman. And her carrying around the sword and the shield is fantastic and hilarious because everybody's like, what in the world is this woman doing? And you get to see like a woman has no say at this time, and if a woman's doing something, because they're not really supposed to be, they're supposed to be seen, not heard, that type of thing. And watching how much of a say she doesn't have compared to what she's used to in a way in the mascara it's just a complete change. So the character interactions are fantastic in this movie, and the drastic change in sceneries is well received. So the whole one of the big villains in this movie is Doctor Poison. I don't know much about Wonder Woman, but supposedly she's like a big nemesis for Wonder Woman, and more so in this era in during the World War One when gas chemical warfare was a big thing. So Dr. Poison is pretty much creating this poison that is just going to destroy everyone. Like it's bad, and the whole focus of the rest of the movie, besides killing Ares, is to stop the production of this poison. Um, so that is pretty much leading Steve Trevor, and Wonder Woman to get the band back together, as I want to say. So um, they're pretty much told, no, you can't go, whatever. So these two go and they recruit some people and they go over there and try to stop all this. Now I want to get to the scene that made me go, oh my god, that's amazing, I love it. Um, there's a particular fight scene where she just kind of like leads a charge, and you're just like, whoa, that is amazing. You get to see her in all her glory with the shield, with her bracelets and everything, just running up in there. Uh, and then some of the other fight scenes, she's like swinging her sword and using the lasso. It it made Wonder Woman amazing to me. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big Wonder Woman fan, but watching her in action, especially portrayed by Gal Gadot, was a fantastic. A lot of people hated her casting, but she does a great Wonder Woman. Um, and I want to talk about Chris Pine real quick. Chris Pine did a really great job. I would rather have seen him as the new Green Lantern, which I thought that he was in talks for, but I guess that changed. But seeing him playing Steve Trevor was good. I mean, he's great. Chris Pine's a great actor. So, but watching these fight scenes with Wonder Woman was it definitely did a lot better than Batman versus Superman. BVS fights were garbage. I'm sorry if there's some people like BVS, but you dumb. I'm just kidding. So, one of the other things that was really good in this movie was emotion. If you never, if you haven't seen a movie in a minute that really makes you feel for a character, and most of the time you only feel anything for any type of emotion when you're watching like a love movie or some stupid stuff like that. This one gives you all the feels. It makes you want to be behind Wonder Woman 100%, want to see her succeed, see her and Steve succeed. Their little band of people that they get together. You're like, God, they got to win. They got to win. And the twists and turns here and there that just really takes you on a ride on the feels train is wonderful. Especially in the end, there's a certain part where the feels are real. They are. And then the final big bad fight was awesome. But with most movies nowadays, all fight scenes are going to be CGI. And that can really kill someone. Especially people like who love the old Star Wars with the animatronics and everything. But do you really want to watch a Wonder Woman movie where they're all animatronics and the bad guys just walk around and you're like claymation fighting or something? But the CGI really speaks for this movie, and especially for all movies now that are trying to do superheroes and crazy explosions, whatever. Um, really needs a CGI effect. Um, so the final fight was fantastic. You get to see a side of Wonder Woman that I personally have never seen. Um, the constant struggles of Wonder Woman being in this new place and trying to understand what it is about humans that all the Amazons are like, no, oh, they're terrible, and she's trying to be in there with them and help them because that's what they're supposed to do. They were supposed to help Zeus's creation, which is mankind, and to watch her struggles and everything while she's trying to help out Trevor and his friends in this fight. Um, but don't go see this movie in IMAX 3D. Yes, the visuals are cool at times, but really there's not enough in this movie to really spend. I spent like 24 something dollars, but that was between two people, so about 12 a piece. Well, we also went matinee. If it's not matinee, it's like a lot more. But don't go see an IMAX. You will get the same experience if you just go watch it regular standard. Um, but I'm trying to take myself out of the fact. I mean, I'm already taking myself out of the fact that I didn't care about Wonder Woman. I didn't really care. Whatever. I wanted to go see it though, but I didn't really care that much about the character. Um, I'm gonna give it for my final verdict on like what the review. Oh man, it's really hard. It's really hard because I really enjoyed this movie, and I don't want to give it like this high score and everybody go see it like, oh, this is garbage, you know. But to me personally, because I just want to say it, I felt like this is a good enough movie for me to give it at least a 9 out of 10. I want to give it a 10 out of 10. I do, but it a 10 out of 10 needs to be given to a movie that just leaves you in awe at the very end. Okay. It is set up to give you a second one, and I'm hoping for a second one. But this movie gets a 9 out of 10 for me. Um, and my reason being is that I can't just get up and go watch it again. Um, and I can't do that with many movies, but I can't just get up and go watch it again. I enjoyed it, I really did, but I can't get up and go watch it again. Um, but people are different. You know, not everyone's like me. I'm a moviegoer sometimes, but not all the time. But I can't really go up and go watch this movie again. Um, but yes, I wanted to give it a 10 out of 10, but it's gonna get a 9 out of 10 from me. I enjoyed the movie a lot. I really did. I love the characters. I love the interactions. The visual effects, the sceneries, the emotions, everything. The fight scenes were good. It was really good, but I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I do. I will give it a 9. A 9 out of 10 for me for this movie. Wonder Woman was great. Still go see it. Such a good movie that just maybe go matinee. I mean, I say that for every movie, even if it's fantastic, because saving money is a good thing. But yes, if you spent full price on it, doesn't matter. Great movie. You'll enjoy it. Um, Stay tuned to my channel though, because soon Spider-Man's coming out. I'm gonna be seeing that movie like the day it comes out. I'm gonna have that review up here ready to go as soon as I'm done seeing that movie. I hope that you enjoyed this review. Subscribe, like, share the video, become part of the Three Hammers family. We would really enjoy you to be here and get all the notifications of our new videos. All right, guys, I appreciate you for checking this out. Take it easy, have a wonderful day, and go see Wonder Woman.